Hello everyone, welcome back to the last part of chapter 6. Let's have some fun. This classroom exercise is in your lecture notes, so you must have it already. Okay, now let's take a look at this table. We have year, we have annual. Annual means annual CPI, Consumer Price Index. And next to it is percent. Percent is the percent change of CPI. What does that mean? It is the inflation rate. Very good. The inflation rate calculating by the Consumer Price Index. So how do we get, for example, this 1% here? This 1% is, we use 29.9 minus 29.6 divided by 29.6 times 100%. Remember, that is the inflation rate calculation, right? So then you will get 1%. So all of the percentage have been getting the same way. Okay, so here let's take a look at activity number 1. Activity number 1 says, based on the table above, find the base year. Remember base year? Base year's Consumer Price Index must be equals to 100, right? Because that is the base year. So take a look at this table. Do we find 100 under annual? Because that is the annual CPI. Let's see. Oops. Higher than 100 now. This is below 100. And then the rest of them are all higher than 100. So where is 100? We can't see it, isn't it? Now let's take a look at this number here. 1983, 99.6. It is not 100, but it's close, right? Now take a look at 1984, 103.9. And then 1982, 96.5. It's over here. So why do we take a look at that? Let's see. So I just write this number, 96.5, 99.6, and 103.9 in here. What if you add them up? If you add them up, what do you get? 5 plus 6, 11 plus 9, that is going to be 20, right? And then 2 plus 6 plus 9 plus 3, that is going to be another 20, isn't it? 9 plus 9, 18 plus 2 is another 20, isn't it? And then 2 plus 1 equals to 3. What do you have? 300. You add the number 3 times, so if you average it, you divided that by 3. What do you get? 100, isn't it? Magic, right? Okay, so that means the base year is not really one particular year. In fact, it is 1982 to 1984. It is the base period. Okay, so sometimes some student in the classroom ask me, are you sure, Dr. Chen? So I said, well, let's take a look. So here is the web page of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and this is the CPI table. And look at this, base period. Yay, we found it, right? Very good. So activity number 2 is calculate the inflation rate for 2019. So use the inflation formula. You have the CPI for 2019, also for 2018. So use 2019 minus 2018 divided by 2018. Remember, to convert it into a percentage, you need to multiply by 100 so that you'll get a percentage rate. Okay, so you can do this by yourself, and I'll put it in the bonus question. Next is the activity number 3. Activity number 3. Henry Ford pays his workers $5 per day in 1914. How much is a $5 in 1914 is worth in 2019's dollar? And we are given this CPI. So how are we going to solve this problem? So now CPI is the consumer price index, right? It refers to a fixed basket of goods and services. So maybe we can solve it this way. That is, we ask ourselves in 1914, how much of goods and services we can buy with $5. Okay, and then we ask ourselves that when time comes to 2019, how much money that is needed to buy that amount of good which you can buy back in 1914 with the $5, right? So that is basically what the question is asking. So maybe we can solve it this way. First of all, we divide CPI 2019 by CPI 1914. Why is that? See, if we divide it that way, we can find out how many times price level had increased. Because for the fixed basket of goods, price level keep increasing, right? So, if you divide, we can find out how many times price level of the same basket of goods had increased. And then we multiply by $5 because back then we used that $5 to buy the amount of goods. So we plug this value into that formula. 255.7 is up and 10 is down here, and that gave us 25.57 multiplied by $5. The result is 127.85 per day. Is this a good pay in today's value? Usually we don't talk about per day, we talk about per hour, right? Let's assume that the working hours per day is 8 hours. So divided this by 8, see what is the hourly pay. That is $15.98 per hour. Is that a good pay today? What do you think? All right. So I'll let you know. Is this a good pay today or not? Okay. Henry Ford happens to be a legacy. Not only that he is the founder of the Ford Incorporation that makes so many cars and it lasts for hundreds of years, and his pay to the workers, $5 per day pay, is very famous. So why is that famous? Because back in those time, average per day pay was $2.50 per day. Yes. So one day he called out all his workers to the town hall and have a town hall meeting, and he told his workers that I am going to double your pay. How happy does the workers feel? If your boss tells you that he is going to double your pay, how do you feel? How do you react? Well, Henry Ford's workers react very positively. They are actually very grateful to Henry Ford because Henry Ford shows appreciation to the workers' contribution. So if your work being respected, being appreciated, you feel good and then you work harder, isn't it? That is exactly what the workers have done for Henry Ford. So they work a lot harder than before. They are very positive, and eventually Henry Ford actually got a lot of profit out of the increase in the pay. people got worried that you double their pay, you double your labor cost, so you're going to end up losing money. But in fact, Henry Ford happened to earn a lot of profit. For one, is that after he doubled his workers' pay, his worker can afford to buy cars. So the car sales suddenly increase, right? Yes. So that is that story. Now, concern about, is this a good pay for today? I want to ask you, what is the average per hour pay today in, say, 2019, 2020? What is that? Do you happen to know? Are you going to say it is $7.25? No, that is minimum wage. Majority of the workers do not earn minimum wage. Minimum wage is like 1% of the labor force. So what is the average per hour pay? Ta-da! Deja vu. We come back to economy at a glance table. Here, average hourly earnings. What is it? Oh my goodness. 29.75. That is today's average per hour pay. Do you believe this? I don't believe this. Anyway, I don't earn that much money. So why is this so high? Well, it includes the CEOs who earn millions of dollars. They also average it. It average all the way with the lowest pay, like the minimum wage. So eventually, those high income people pull up the average hourly earning. Okay. So imagine if you are making about $30 per hour already, and your boss tells you, I am going to double your pay. How happy do you feel? How hard are you going to work? That is how Henry Ford's workers respond to Henry Ford's $5 per day pay. Okay, very good. All right. So activity number 4 is this: you spend this amount of money on a new car, and then grandpa criticized you, saying that he only spent $3,500 on a new car. So use the way I convert the money to convert that, and then try to see if you can use your result in part 1. Explain to grandpa why his criticism is wrong. Okay, I'm gonna put this, I may not ask this part though. I'm gonna put some question that is similar to this to a bonus. I am going to call it maybe money conversion. Convert the money, right? Money conversion. And then, you can earn some extra credits if you do that. All right. So this is the end of chapter 6. I hope you enjoy learning economics with me. So stay healthy and bye.